Bradford in West Yorkshire. Situated in the foothills of the Pennines and just over 8 miles away from Leeds, Bradford was a boom town in the Industrial Revolution, and in the 19th century it became the centre of textile manufacturing, particularly wool. These days, the textile industry is still around, but not on the same scale. Other industries such as finance have grown. The property I'm here to see is just a couple of miles away from Bradford city centre in this quiet residential cul-de-sac. Here it is. It's a 3-bedroom semi with a guide price of £75,000 to £85,000. Doesn't look in too bad condition. And bonus, it's got off-street parking and a garage. Let's go look closer. We're off to a good start, although personally I would like to see a bit more greenery out the front, just to make it a bit more welcoming. Inside, and first thing I see is stairs going up and then through to a reception room, which is a good size. So this fire surround, very 80s, quite dated, might be your cup of tea, but it does take up a lot of room. As does the chimney breast. You could take it out, eats into budget. Of course, it means that you can't use a chimney if it is working, but does create a bit more room. The doors, they're pretty flimsy. This doesn't feel like safety glass to me. You want to make sure they are up to scratch, but good proportions throughout, and it feels nice and clean. Through to your kitchen. Interesting shade. It's a bluey green hue, maybe duck egg blue. If you had the budget, you could make this place sing. But as it is, if you had a small budget, if you wanted to rent this place out, yeah, you could make that work too. I do love options, but there are certain things that are must-haves. Central heating, double glazing. I'd also look at replacing the internal doors. After that, well, the choice is yours. Upstairs to your bathroom, which is actually in really good nick. It looks pretty new. But upstairs you have your 3 bedrooms. It's classic semi-layout. You've got 2 decent-sized double bedrooms, and then you've got a smaller, it's just about a single room. It's a box room. You could use it as a study. So through to one of the really well-proportioned rooms, there are things that date this place, like the fitted cupboards. If they came out, suddenly you'd have a bit more room. It's a 3-bed semi, but it's still something to get excited about because they really make fantastic homes. In this place, we always talk about potential, but there might be potential to extend. I'll explore the options later. It works as it is. So I'm thinking, come in, do a thorough renovation, and you're all set. Or then again, I want to take a wee look round the back to see if there's any scope to make this house a bit bigger. Now, within permitted development, so you don't need to seek planning permission, you could come out 3 metres as long as it's a single story, because this is an attached house. You could also consult neighbours and go for 6 metres. This isn't a huge garden, and you could think about getting rid of this garage extension. So you have those possibilities. Also, to the side within permitted development, you can go out as long as it's not more than 50% of the house as it is. You can extend as long as it's single story and no higher than 4 metres. Or you could seek planning permission and go even bigger. Maybe I'm just getting carried away. Too many choices? So what would a local estate agent suggest?
The property is definitely worth extending, and there's a couple of options that you could do with that. In the majority of cases in this area, people extend to the side and also to the rear. I would definitely consider a loft extension with this property, as you can see that neighbouring properties have also done something quite similar, and would add that additional space for the larger family.
So the agent would go for it big time, but what would it do to the value of a property guided at £75,000 to £85,000?
Property itself, renovated to a reasonably good modern clean standard, I would anticipate marketing around about the £130,000 to £135,000 mark. If you were to extend to a 4-bed, the property would probably be worth somewhere in the region of around about £150,000. If you were to go further than that, for example 5 or 6-bed, you could probably hit a ceiling around about the £175,000 mark.
And rental? What would the numbers be there?
This property would rent quite easily. I would anticipate achieving somewhere between £500 and £550 per calendar month. Adding the extra bedrooms in this particular area, you would have a ceiling around about £650 per calendar month.
We see a lot of classic 3-bed semis on this show, and I can't help but love them. You can extend them, you can knock them about, and they can make great family homes. This kind of property can take just about anything you throw at it. Let's find out who wanted this one when it went under the hammer.
Property in a cul-de-sac location, very popular area. Requires a bit of updating. Seemed to like the bottom of the guide. 75, someone put me in. 70 then, £70,000 and we're away. At 70,000 going in twos, at 72. 72 here, 74 now, sir. 74, 76, 78, 78, 80, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 89 and a half, 90, at 89,500 on the left. For the first time at 89,500, second time at 89,500. Are you all done and out at £89,500? Congratulations, well done, sir.
The hammer fell on this Bradford house at £89,500, and the successful bidder was Jamil. He works for Bradford City Council, and he met me back at the house to tell me what he's going to do with his new purchase. Jamil.
Hi.
Pleased to meet you.
You too.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, is this your first property at auction?
Second, yeah. The first property I bought was in London, going far back as 98 or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, that was like a family home, so in Yorkshire, this is the first one.
Right, and do you live here now? Do you live in the Bradford area now?
Just round the corner from here.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And so for a period you were living in London?
I was for about 5-6 years.
And you did an auction property there. Did you renovate that property?
We did do, yeah. And it ended up being a family house.
Great. And so is this a family house?
Hopefully, yeah.
So you've got 3 bedrooms here.
Yeah.
Is it a small family you're bringing here?
I've got 3 boys and 2 girls, so hopefully we need at least 5-6 bedrooms.
So your plans are to extend?
Definitely. We're thinking of extending it from the side and also from the back as well. By the time I'm finished with this property, at the moment it's got 1 reception room and 1 kitchen. By the time I'm finished with it, hopefully it should have 3 reception rooms, a large kitchen, and hopefully a shower room as well downstairs. Upstairs at the moment it's got 3 bedrooms, 1 of them being a box room. By the time I finish with it, the box room will turn into a study room. They will have 4 bedrooms on the first floor and hopefully 2 dormers as well. So it'll be 6 bedrooms.
So going into the loft as well?
Yeah.
So you're extending everywhere. You're extending out to the back and the side. I'm just thinking about potential downsides. I can think that you've got, what's quite nice is you have that access for a car and you have your garage.
Yeah.
You'll be losing that.
Yeah.
What about car parking space? It's a wee bit crowded on the road.
It is, yeah. My front garden at the moment, it's got a few trees. I'm going to take them out and get it all made into a drive. So hopefully you can easily get like about 2 or 3 cars into that garden.
Ah.
Yeah.
So losing your front garden.
Yeah.
Losing a bit of the back garden.
Yeah.
But still enough for a wee barbecue and a place
Yeah,
for kids.
definitely, yeah.
Well, Jamil is certainly going for it, but he's going to have to be patient because this is going to need planning permission as it goes beyond permitted development rights, and that will take time. He reckons it could take him a year to get to his 3 reception room, 6 bed house. What's your budget to do all of this?
I've got a really good builder who's gonna do it at a really good price for me. So hopefully, I mean, this property hasn't got central heating or double glazing as well. So with all in, you're probably looking at about 80,000 in total.
If you were to go over, do you have a wee bit of wriggle room?
I have, yeah. I can go over slightly though, because even if I do go over the £80,000 mark that I've got at the moment, I'll still be getting this property done to my taste cheaper than what they are on the market at the moment.
Yeah. And if you do transform into your dream family home, which you will, do you see it being somewhere you'd stay forever?
Definitely, yeah. Because again, this area is really nice. A lot of nice people live in this area as well. Everything's close by: schools, supermarkets, hospitals just around the corner. So everything's nearby. You don't have to travel much.
Yeah.
We've got a park around the corner as well, end of my street.
Great. So this is it. You're putting your everything into this. It's a project of passion.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Well, best of luck.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see the results.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jamil.
Me too. Thank you.
Thanks. Jamil's bought this 3-bed semi to convert it into his dream family home. But to do that, he's going to extend out back, to the side, up into the loft, until he stretches it to be a 6-bed semi. Will he manage it within his budget, and will it be his forever home? You can find out later in the show. So earlier we found out how